How's it going, everybody? Dan Decker here. It's been a great week, writing wise. Things have been going very well. I believe I mentioned last week that I finished up the YA fantasy novel with dragons. I still don't have a title on that one. I probably should start thinking about that. But that book's now out with beta readers, and I've been getting a little bit of feedback on it, and so far it's positive. So pretty happy about that. Anyhow, most of my week has been spent working on Jason Maxfield #4. It has been just a lot of fun picking this back up. The book was much further along than I thought. At least the first part of the book was much further along than I thought when I started going through it, and I was pretty pleased with a lot of the progress I'd made there last year. Jason Maxfield, as I said, has returned back to Chicago, and he is now trying to understand some of the nuances of what happened to him that caused him to be led to getting sent to prison. So, yeah, that has been coming along pretty well. I've been pretty pleased with that. I still think I'm probably going to be about a month and a half to 3 months working on this, kind of depending on how it goes. But the story's pretty solid already. It's just now a matter of going through and refining it. And that's oftentimes where a lot of the work happens for me, is going through and doing subsequent passes and tightening things out. An interesting thing, and interestingly enough, one of the most useful things I find that I do is actually removing things. A lot of times I'll have ideas that I put in that just weren't going to work, or that I've changed now so they don't work because of that reason, or deleting out words that just don't make sense, things like that. Anyhow, yeah. I should also remind you that both Max Damage and Bad Blood, so that's Jason Maxfield books 1 and 2, those are on sale still for $2.49 each. This is not me running the sale. This is Amazon running the sale. Amazon will occasionally run sales on some of my books, and I actually have some more coming up here in February, or not, sorry, in March, actually. We're already to March. How crazy is that? Just 2 days away. But anyhow, this sale lasts for, I think, 2 more days. I think it ends tomorrow on February 28th. So if you're listening to it after that, they're no longer on sale, but please check them out if you haven't already checked them out. But yeah, if you haven't yet checked it out, please consider doing so. Max Damage was a fun book. I wrote it at about the same time as I wrote The Good Client. I had kind of a period of time in my life where I could kind of do what I want in between projects. And so what I did was I wrote The Good Client, and then I also wrote Max Damage at the same time. Max Damage really kind of takes off from the very beginning. It's a straight up thriller all the way through. Jason Maxfield, I think, is one of the more engaging characters I've written. Of course, I'd probably say that about all of my main characters. I've really enjoyed writing all of my main characters. Anyhow, so consider that. Think about that. Also, Audrey Spencer has been coming along very well. I've been very pleased with the progress I've been making there. As I've mentioned, what I've done before, what I've been doing this time is a little bit different than what I've done before. I have an outline that I'm working from. And really what I've started to do is kind of think of it more as kind of maps or plots on a map. I heard that term recently in something I was listening to. I think it was Brandon Sanderson's teaching class, where he was talking about, I think he was quoting Robert Jordan actually, but kind of plots on a map, and that tends to work pretty well for me. That's especially what I did with Only the Guilty. I had a big plot on the map at the very end of the book that I wanted to make sure I hit, and I think I hit it pretty well. Anyhow, Audrey Spencer's coming along. Really happy with the progress on that. And I don't know that I have anything else to say. So hope everybody out there has a great day, and talk to you all later.